Storm Tracker 7 weather is presented by Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
Well, happy Friday to you. Storm Tracker 7 Chief Meteorologist Jeff Booth here, and we've been dealing with some rainfall, some very heavy rain actually, some flood warnings in effect and flash flood warnings. Those are a little more immediate in effect out in the far eastern portion of Wetzel County, Folsom on up towards 100. Earnhardt as well looking for that. So just kind of keep in mind that we're watching out for some very high water out there that could really rise and cause some issues. But flood warnings throughout much of the county of both Tyler and Wetzel County. So there's just high water in some of those areas too. So mentioned at the top of the broadcast, never want to drive through water of unknown depth, because it only takes 2 feet of water to float most cars, so just keep that in mind. Here's what we're looking at. We've been dealing with kind of an explosion, if you will. Even had a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings just outside of the area as that cell moved through. That's what really led to that heavy rain, which has led to our flash flood warning. Well, right now, we've got rain that is coming down pretty well out from Moundsville into Wheeling, out towards St. Clairsville as well. So let's kind of get you down a little closer to what we're seeing. We've had some showers from Sisterville into Middleburn. Those are kind of lightening up. Still just went through New Martinsville, very heavy rain on its way just through Pine Grove as well, moving into 100, another little batch. This batch up here, moving up towards Cameron. This is going to give you some issues out that way. Malaga, Woodsfield, out towards Caldwell, the rain not quite as heavy. Well, it's still coming down pretty well in Woodsfield. And you can see as we move on up into Byesville, into Cambridge, things are lightening up even out towards Londonderry. You start to move on to the west side of Belmont County. Barnesville still has some pretty good rain. Again, coming down pretty well with some rumbles of thunder from St. Clairsville into Colerain, into Bridgeport, Wheeling, Blair, Shady Side, Moundsville, all looking at that, and it's coming down pretty well over in Moundsville, or Powhatan Point as well. That's on the way towards Moundsville and Shady Side before you know it. We move on up into the northern portion of the area, and yeah, we can see up from Warwood up into Bethany, Wellsburg, picking up some rain. Not quite as heavy up that way, but things kind of quieting down in Dillonvale, out towards Smithfield. Cat is looking at some of that rain starting to pull out, but still, we've been getting some of that steady rain across the area. And when we throw your future radar into play, this is what we're expecting over the next couple of hours. You can see this steady rain expected to kind of pinwheel through the Wheeling, Moundsville area over the next couple of hours. This is going to give us a few issues out there, so just kind of keep that in mind. And as we take a look at the bigger picture, widening out and showing you what's happening on that, you can kind of see this little system, this counterclockwise circulation right here. This is our weather maker. This is what's bringing us that steady rain and bringing us that threat for flooding out there. So just kind of keep that in mind, dealing with some issues with that. And as we take a look at really what's kind of driving all this, we've got some upper level energy with some moisture along that storm track. That's enhancing our rainfall. Good news is the severe threat remains well off to the south of us. We're not really expecting to see severe weather in our area, but as we get into the day tomorrow, that upper level energy, it starts to move out of here, and it's going to be taking the moisture with it through the day and through the afternoon on Friday, and by Sunday, as that upper level low gets out of here, it should all be a distant memory. We'll get some sunshine. It'll be nice to dry out a little bit. Here's what we're talking about, though, with your Storm Tracker 7 predictor. You can see that steady rain over the next couple of hours, but as we head towards and past sunset, getting a little break. A couple of showers linger at times overnight. Not a ton, not as much as we're seeing now. And then we head towards late morning, early afternoon. A few showers linger, but we dry out into the afternoon. We get some clearing. Going to be windy, though. Very breezy with wind gusts up to 30, maybe even 35 miles an hour. So breezy tomorrow. Spotty AM showers. Could see a stray shower in the early afternoon, but generally we're drying out and clearing out in the afternoon. Then it looks a lot nicer. We're talking about some sunshine, pleasant on Sunday, high of 70. Looking great on Monday, highs in the mid-70s, and then we're back into the mid and the upper 80s as we hit your Tuesday and Wednesday, warming up, feeling like summer. We'll see the chance for a few late day showers on Thursday with a high of 83, and then a little cooler as a cold front comes through here with scattered showers at times on Friday.